do the one ending real quick. What is it?
Because I wanted to put him down a little bit, basically, right? And with that example,
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. Sorry to insist upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheat. Of course, runs the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. Get serious. No joke, no game. Of this, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room, which is why I'm subjecting you to the serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've done anything. But until then, serious room. Ooh.
Man, this is one of the endings. Also, I'm just reading that that the other ending that I was thinking that I needed the console for, I do not need. So therefore, I am not going to use it. It just requires restarting the game a few times until you get a, the correct, office space. I know this sounds crazy, but, the office changes every once in a while. See, like this. You leave your office and you go straight to here. As you saw before, this is like literally exactly as the original Stanley Parable was. But we're looking for a blue office. I know there's an office where
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
but I know that there's an office where it's like super minor things, like where this, like instead of turning right, you'll turn left. So let's just keep restarting the game. Let's see what ones we get. Also, we get one with all of these on the floor.
The meeting room.
Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Yeah, we also get to hear a bunch of the narrator intros.
All of his co-workers were gone.
This is a normal, I'm just gonna keep going until we get a different one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
And until we get to the ending that I'm thinking of. We're looking for a blue office, not the yellow-orangey color. We've already seen this one. We've already seen this one. Shit, we're just gonna keep re-going until... Usually it's super simple, like it's super easy to get this one. And I wanna get this one.
All of his co-workers were...
Nope.
Here's the blue office. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But yeah, this is the whiteboard ending. There's nothing super special about it at all. I also have a huge list, so I'm gonna cross off the ones that I'm doing. Just got the whiteboard ending. I've got to look up how to do one of the endings. Because I did it once, and I don't know if you can do it again. Let me go do one of the endings real quick. I think I know how to do it. It is just the getting
When
it
Stanley
done
came
thing
to a set of
that-
two open doors, this was not the correct
I
way
know
to
it's
the
not the
meeting
correct
room,
door.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Also,
Perhaps
I
he wanted to
noticed-
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Also, I've noticed that I haven't really been talking very loud, and I am super duper apologetic about it, but...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, we got...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
So this is the cold feet ending.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Anything else? Also, there's somebody here. They got their brake lights on, so that means somebody's in the car. Let's just go.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Because we've already done this before. Oh, we got this room again. Okay, let's get to the normal looking one. Okay. Somebody's on the phone. Gotta find desk 119. Aha. There. Oh. 123 after this.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
That's a new narration. 123. Where is 123? Here it is. Now we gotta go all the way to the narrator's, or the boss's office.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, this one's gonna be hard because I can't.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Let me. There we go. Okay. Now, you gotta do it on his off or on his thing. This is heaven ending. And they say press too. That's nice. Oh, they unpress. Okay. Got it. Okay, well, this was an ending that I wanted to do. Actually, let me open up my thing just to keep an eye on how long I'm streaming. It's only been 13 minutes and they're getting really loud, so I'm gonna pause. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4 endings of the 7. Yeah, of the 7. So, know there's going to be one ending that we're not going to be doing, and that's the art ending. It's when, like all the game endings, like where like you have to keep the baby from the fire, and he's like, you got to do this for 4 hours. Somebody did it for 4 hours, and they got the art ending. I'm not going to be doing this for 4 hours. So with that being said, we can watch it on stream, or I can link it to somebody. I really don't know. But let us begin the game again. We can do the countdown ending. So I'm going to cross the art one off. So today might actually be the last one, I really don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But this one says escape. Let's do this one.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
The ledge that we can come out on during one of the endings. I don't know, I just find it interesting that they added that little detail instead of...
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I still find it strange how big this place is. Elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So I know we pretty well have done all this. I am going to turn on the mind control. I have yet to do this ending in the Stanley Parable. So, what does that say? Oh well.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
1, press 1.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
That's
I
cool.
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley,
Where's number 3?
you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To
up
see
there.
you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first,
Three.
so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
I hit the button. Is there a way to save from this, or no? Okay, well, there was that. I think I am going to keep this episode short, and then, next episode, when we do the museum countdown, or the museum ending, I can kind of go through the museum very long. I wanted to do the museum ending very end, because there are a lot of spoilers in, that ending, so I just wanted to, and I also wanted to be able to kind of like look through it and not really worry about spoiling anything for you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to cut this episode short. I know that recently I've been keeping episodes or streams very, very short, like half-hour longs and half-hour longs, a half-hour long. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead, let you guys go, enjoy the rest of your day. So yeah, go ahead, go enjoy the rest of your day. I've got things I need to get done today. The stream should be up by now on YouTube, so if you want to watch that, link to my channel is always on my Twitch, like on my main Twitch channel. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead, let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you guys
Stanley
have...
stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
That's new. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great, fantastic day, and I hope you guys come back tomorrow for one more stream of the Stanley Parable, and for like the final ending. So yeah. Yeah, I guess I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys tomorrow.